Alright guys, it's Monotype here, bringing you another Monotype Showdown live. Right now we are facing Nanu in his Dark type. This is a balanced Dark team made by Smub. We have Choice Scarf, Hydreigon, pretty much standard set, Dark Draco Meteor, Dark Pulse, Fire Blast, and U-Turn for momentum. Don't really need any attack investment just because U-Turn's not necessary for damage, it's more just for grabbing the momentum. Especially being Scarf, U-Turn is really great. Got my boy Mega Sableye. I know people don't like Mega Sableye because it's a stall mon, but it's really not a stall mon. It's more of a bulky, just incredible typing. It's just bulky as ever. Having really great defenses, prankster ability before it evolves, and then after he gets Magic Bounce, which could be good for a Calm Mindset, but I don't think the Calm Mindset is good anymore, just because of a lot of fairy threats and especially with physical, like this thing easily gets beat by like a Mega Altaria or something. But next up we do have a Mandibuzz with Rocky Helmet and stuff. Foul Play, Toxic Roost, Defog. Definitely love my bulky birds, and this one is a really great one. Overcoat also makes us immune to things like Spore or like Stun Spore or Poison Powder, any of the things of the sort. We'll be able to be immune to them. Also, we have Mega Tyranitar, which sets up the sand. We are running leftovers on this set and more of a bulky set as well. Fire Blast, of course, so we can beat things like Ferrothorn. Stealth Rocks, because nothing else on the team has it. Rock Slide, just for Prime Stab, and Earthquake to beat things like Heatran, because fire teams and steel teams love to have Heatran. Fire teams just because it's an incredible Firemon, and steel teams because of the Flash Fire ability. Also, Overcoat will let us be immune to the Sandstorm damage from Tyranitar, so our own team will be chipping ourselves away. Running Assault Vest Muck, which is one of my personal favorite sets. Poison Jab, just really good strong stab, deal with fairy types. Knockoff is a great move in general, just gets to knock off items of mons and does an incredible amount of damage. Even though they did nerf it, still does an incredible amount of damage. Pursuit, getting to trap things like Alakazam, or just really strong psychic types in general, like things like Latios and all the things like that. So this mono will be definitely good. I mean, our entire team will be definitely good against mono or psychic, but this move is just incredible against it. And Fire Blast, so we don't lose to steel types. We could run Earthquake, I guess, or do we not get Earthquake? Never mind, I didn't say that. But we could run something like Brick Break, I guess, against steels. But Fire Blast is just really good because it hits really strong. And then we do have Life Orb, Purdy, and Ninja, which is one of my favorite sets with HP Fire. Again, for steel types, Ice Beam for flying threats, as well as Grass, Gunk Shot for fairies, and Hydro Pump for just really strong water stab. So we'll get straight into this. Actually gonna get rid of that dash. Didn't mean to put it there, but it's just a pet peeve of mine. I like all of them looking sort of the same. I know some of them are named different things, but we should be able to find a battle sometime soon, as we do right now, against another normal team. I think I played this guy last live too. You too. Played this guy last live when we used mono. I believe it was Bug. Yeah, we have battled, my friend. So this is Mega Pidgeot, Scarf, Staraptor, if I do remember correctly. Ditto, just Scarf, Ditto as well. Life, or no, Banded. I think it's Banded. Diggersby. YouTube. Bulky Chansey. I believe it is the Thunder Weaving Chansey. But we're just gonna lead Sableye. Great lead. Mon is also getting easily Will-O-Wisp this Diggersby. So that's exactly what we're gonna do. He gives me a Will-O-Wisp on his Pidgeot, as well. Okay, hold up, I gotta change Foul Play to Protect. Forgot to do that. Foul Play, that's the Foul Play knockoff set was in Gen 6, but now with a lot of threats we do need Protect to just get off the Magic Bounce and be able to switch out. Although here, we could probably just go straight into Tyranitar and take every hit that it wants to go for. So he does Mega Evolve and go for Hurricane. We should easily eat that up. Spadef Tyranitar is just an incredible mon, as we are going to go for the Stealth Rocks. Nothing on his team really can remove hazards outside of maybe Scarf Raptor. That U-turn still did little damage because of the burn. So we're going to go out to Sableye, as it should be a solid answer to this Diggersby. Goes for Frustration, as we are a Ghost type. And we are going to fire off a knockoff. Ha 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 ha. Good one. I almost didn't get that at first. He said, well, that's frustrating, and then I was like, well, yeah, it is Mega Sableye, and then because he used Frustration, I get that one. Alright, so what we are going to do here is we're going to double knockoff, as he decides to stay in and give me his Mega Pidgeot. I thought he was going to U-turn because we're mono weak to bug, I guess. Not really, but like, we're dark types, so we're all weak to bug. But I mean, it worked out for him. We can always recover up in front of Chansey, as well as Ditto. Goes out into Diggersby. Since he is banded, we could actually go out into Mandibuzz. If he wants to like Earthquake, or he actually has Wild Charge, which is interesting. It does take a huge amount of damage, as we are not faster than it. What is our electric switch in? Crap. So, like we said, we can roost up in front of Chansey as well as our own Mandibuzz. This is definitely banded, as we can tell from that damage. Gonna pull up a calc though and try to figure out what is a good switch into a wild charging Diggersby. Not really sure what we can do to this Monotype Wall Breaker, as it does not even have Wild Charge as a move that this thing gets. Well, on its standard set, that is. Hydreigon, Choice Scarf Hydreigon takes 32 to 37, so that is going to be our switch in. As he does do 36, we've proved that he's banded already. He's actually adamant banned as well. And we're not going to mess around with this thing. We're just going to click Dark Pulse. It can go Chansey 100% of the time. And we are going to go out into Sableye and click Recover. We could have doubled out, but it was just the safest play not to get triple wild charged. We did let him weaken Hydreigon, which is, I guess, okay for his... Man, this thing's so annoying. Alright, well, what we're going to have to do is hope he chokes here and goes for like a... Okay, he clicks Frustration. Good. So we got him there. We are able to recover up. And we're going to click Knockoff, hopefully on the Chansey that wants to come in. We did get him there. We do know he's adamant banded. So hopefully we can get him not clicking Quick Attack. Also, if he gives me his item on the Staraptor, he does have 2 Eviolate Mons. Well, yeah, I mean, I had to go for some sort of choke so I could heal. Porygon 2 comes out, and we do knock off its Eviolate, which is great for us. The Eviolate was definitely annoying. We can probably go out into Tyranitar, just because Tyranitar can take any sort of Ice Beam or like Tri-Attack it wants to go for. Just go for Foul Play, which we take as well. Stealth Rocks are up here to stay, as we've mentioned before. We're just going to go over the Rock Slide, as he does stay in. Rock Slide does about 27, which he can easily recover off. But we are getting leftovers, which lets us heal up. We're actually going to make the play out into Mandibuzz, as he goes out into Diggersby. So we'll go back out into Sableye, just because I don't know what he wants to go for. Wild Charge still does a huge amount of damage, and what we'll actually end up doing is sacking Mandibuzz to the Wild Charge, so we can get the Rocky Helmet plus Recoil and knock him out as well. Staraptor is still a huge threat to our team. We don't have Shadow Sneak on this Mach, which I might actually get rid of Fire Blast for. Having that priority. Sure, we can't hit normal types with it, especially assuming this team, but Shadow Sneak's just really good for priority in general. We need to knock off the Staraptor's item, or because we don't outspeed it with Hydreigon. We also do beat it with the Tyranitar, but we are going to go out and do Mega Sableye, as he is still Intimidate. So we can recover up here. If he wants to go for Brave Bird, I don't want to let him U-turn out and do good damage to. Okay, I see close combat's predicting my Tyranitar, so that's good. I definitely did not want the Tyranitar getting. Brave Bird would have killed, but I expected to switch. Well, yeah, I had to predict you. That's game right there, I'd say. I hate to say that it's not, because you're Scarfed, and you still have a really solid switch into not Chansey. You were already knocked off on Porygon 2, so you should have went Chansey, or you should have went Porygon 2. We're gonna go out into Muck here, which I don't know why it didn't bounce back the. Am I missing something? Why didn't it bounce back the Intimidate? We should be able to Pursuit, I think. Expecting him to switch out. He could go for just close combat here, I guess. I don't want to choke this because Staraptor's been a huge annoyance to our team. He's not Bandit Staraptor. He's Scarf Staraptor. If we do remember correctly, and I hate to say that he's Scarfed and he's actually Banded. We'll go into Muck. Dash Alolan. We are the Assault Vest set. Close combat never knocks out. Pursuit does 26 to 31. Knockoff just KOs. We're going to go for knockoff as he goes for Brave Bird, which hits a crit, unfortunately. And we'll be able to knock out with the knockoff. Ditto can come out here, I guess. The game's not over, my friend. I mean, sure, you only have 2 tanks, but if they had any sort of we're gonna knock off, or I guess we can't win a speed tie here, so we're actually just gonna knock off as he knocks off first. We're gonna go out into Tyranitar and click Earthquake. He lost both his Eviolites, which really sucks. If you stay in a knockoff, that's the wrong play. You should always switch out into Porygon 2. You can't say unless, because you don't outspeed your Tyranitar also loses to my Scarfed. Hate to say Ditto is not the play though, because depending on what move he goes for, Hydreigon is always a switch in. If he goes for Earthquake, I can go into Hydreigon because it is Scarf Ditto. And then when he goes into Scarfed Hydreigon, I can easily beat that down with Greninja as well as my own Tyranitar if he goes for Draco Meteors. Ends up missing a Fire Blast, which was don't know how I feel about that play though. Just because Fire Blast did nothing to Tyranitar anyway if I stayed in. And Porygon 2 probably gets beat down by. I mean, we could stall each other out, I guess, but he does not have enough PP to beat Mega Sableye plus Scarf Hydreigon plus Purdy and Greninja in the back. So we ended up breaking through, especially with Wild Charging Diggersby was a huge threat to our team. He ends up being a good sport and not stalling us out with recovers. But maybe he'll just do it now, considering that we missed a Rock Slide. I mean, if he wants the game to take forever, he could just stall it recovers, but I do expect him to. Yeah, okay, good. Oh, we missed another Rock Slide. Great. You know, we're just gonna click Earthquake. GG. Alright, so that was really good against him. He ends up leaving before he says. I mean, I guess he already said GG all the way up there. But definitely fun playing him. We got him on a couple of those frustrations and close combats, being able to heal up on our Sableye. Sableye is also a great close combat switch in, if it hasn't already been shown. We are going to lead Sableye again and click Knockoff if he wants to lead Slowbro. I expect him to lead this just because it is his Misty Terrain setter, as well as being a Fairy type to beat Sableye lead. Also, it beats my entire team just because of its Moonblast being super effective. as well as this is the first water team that I've seen that doesn't have rain. I mean, sure, it could be manual rain with like Suicune, I guess, into Swift Swim Seismitoad, which would be kind of interesting. But I believe that the Alola Muck definitely beats Slowbro 1v1. Tyranitar has a chance to beat the Toxapex 1v1 depending if we get burnt. We're gonna set the timer. Did not expect this lead. So we're gonna Mega Evolve and click Will-O-Wisp just because this thing does not enjoy that, as well as nothing else really does unless it goes Feeny. Then we just become Mega and enjoy that. We are gonna go out into AV Muck because AV Muck can take any hit you want to go for outside of Nature's Madness. Moonblast does nothing to me, and we can Pursuit for damage, or we can just fire a Poison Jab and hurt your entire team. As he goes for Nature Madness and lets me actually get a Poison Jab off on Feeny. So we do hit a crit. We can't get a poison though. I believe Pursuit might knock out from here, but we'll go for it. It doesn't knock out, but if we get Rocks up, he'll definitely be knocked out. We can go Sableye here if he wants to Toxic or set up T-Spikes. As he sets up T-Spikes and we bounce them right back, which incredibly annoying to his team. We are going to fire off a knockoff as he Scalds, I guess getting a burn on us. So he does lose his Black Sludge, which really sucks for him. He probably has Recover though. We'll just fire a knockoff again, just to consider damage to the Toxapex. We might want to Will-O-Wisp here if he wants to give me a burn on Toxapex, just to continue to weaken it down. As he's just, I guess he's trying to get a burn. It's been really unfortunate for him not to get a burn yet, because burns will do some good residual on my Sableye. We get to recover up though. He's running out of Scalds, as we do have more knockoffs than his Scalds. We also have more PP in general, I believe. Maybe it's probably the same depending on his last move. We'll Protect here, just to see if maybe he'll show us that last move. It's probably Ice Beam or something of the sort. I kind of want to see what it is though, because depending on that we might be able to win a PP stall war against this thing, which probably is not the most interesting thing to see, but we don't have a solid switch into Scald at all, and also Purdy and Great Ninja cannot knock this thing out with any sort of move. Hydreigon also cannot touch this thing at all outside of Dark Pulse, which this thing eats up. So he ends up switching out into Feeny, which we are able to knock out after he gets the Misty Terrain up though. So he has it up for a little longer. He doesn't have any hazard removal outside of nothing. I don't think Seismitoad gets any, but does that to get rid of the Toxic Spike. That's what it was on the field. I kind of want to go into something else to try to beat it down, but I don't have anything that really touches this. We have Earthquake on Tyranitar, but I can't afford to get burnt at all. We'll Protect as he goes into Suicune, which we can easily knock off of his item and try to beat it down with Alola Muck as he sets up a Substitute, which I believe knockoff should break, or it doesn't. As he is going to be Sub Calm Mind. Okay, so 2 knockoffs aren't going to be able to break through it. EV Muck should be able to take a Scald, as well as try to get a poison off on it. So he's also Calm Mind Protect sub as well. So we'll go out into Muckalolan. This thing is definitely a huge threat as he protects instead of subbing. So we'll end up Poison Jabbing, which should break the sub. What is this thing on? Throws off a Scald, probably gets a burn too. Yep. He'll Protect to get more HP back. I don't understand why isn't the sub breaking when we have really high attack stat. We'll go for the knockoff, which still doesn't break the sub. I know we're burnt and all, but come on now. He'll Protect to get even more HP back from the leftovers. Yep, as well as we die next turn to the burn. We'll Shadow Snake because, you know, might as well get some priority out of the... I don't think we can beat this thing behind a sub. We don't have any electric move. It still doesn't break the sub. Yeah, I don't think we have anything to beat this, to be honest, outside of a crit. Outside of a crit, with like, I mean, he's Mono Scald, so that could be used against him. Scald still does about 37, and we don't have any recovery on Hydreigon. We'll try to get a crit Dark Pulse, as he's just gonna protect to get even more HP from the leftovers. That does 12. Alright, so we're just gonna X out of here. I'm done playing against a Water Stall team, especially because he was just gonna sub protect. I just didn't want to go through with it. We did also play this thing in the Mono Bug live as well, I believe. It looks very familiar, although all normal teams look just heck of familiar. With Staraptor being on there, Megalopony. We'll lead Sableye because we can just protect turn 1. Although he can hit us with a fighting move. If he goes for high jump kick first, no, he's just gonna fake out. So I don't have a solid switch into this thing, to be honest. We can go Mandibuzz, I guess. This thing is super annoying, as we actually take this fairly well. We'll fire off a Toxic on anything that wants to come in. Chansey is a solid target for that. And we'll go back out into Mega Sableye, as well as we can also take another high jump kick. He actually doubles right back out into Megalopony. So we'll fire off a Protect if he wants to high jump kick straight away, and we get him on that. So he keeps going and crashes, and that does a huge amount of damage. As well, if he wants to high jump kick again, we take that and should be able to roost here, as we do. So we roost right back up, and I kind of want to roost again, but we'll go back out into Sableye. Yep, bounce that right back. Although you can bounce back and miss. Alright, we'll Will-O-Wisp because nothing on his team really enjoys that outside of Porygon Z or... Alright, so he ends up bouncing back a Will-O-Wisp, which is probably a good play on his part. We'll knock off because if he's Scarfed, there's not much he can really do. So he's just gonna spam knockoff, which is completely fine with me. I get his Choice Scarf, so if he wants to stall me, he can't because he only has 5 PP on every move. He also lost his Scarf, which means that if he traces Hydreigon, we can knock him out with our own Draco Meteor, because we are Scarfed and he won't be. Also, our knockoffs are doing less than him because I believe he has more HP stat than us. Yeah. But it should be okay because we have more PP, so I'm not too worried if he wants to protect as we protect, or you can stall me out of everything. It doesn't really matter. Not letting him touch any other mon on my team. He can't Will-O-Wisp or he'll Will-O-Wisp himself. We're also burnt, which is probably why knockoff is doing less than him as well. But he's almost out of PP as well on every move. We'll protect here as he goes for knockoff or something, and then we should be able to try to get a burn on something in the back. Alright, so he runs out of protects, and he'll probably knock off here just to get some last damage, or he just decides to switch right into Megalopony. We'll protect no matter what, because if he wants to fake out, then he can't fake out the Mandibuzz. If he wants to high jump kick, then we catch him on it. He goes straight for the high jump kick and keeps going and crashes, and also keeps going out of the game. So we ended up beating someone who was 1509 on the ladder, which is actually, I believe, 400 in the 400s on the ladder. So that's actually really good that we were able to beat someone that high. We did get him fairly well on all those protects, and we're up against Sun, which Tyranitar is going to put in the most amount of work, so we have to get we have to lead Sableye though, because we want to bounce back them rocks from the Torkoal, but I kind of want to, no, because then we're not Mega already. Alright, well, we'll Mega Evolve and protect, as he leads Volcarona. So I kind of want to Mega Evolve and click Knockoff. I don't want you having that item unless it's a Z move. We get Flame Bodied and he loses his Focus Sash, which we have priority in Muck. So he goes for Fiery Dance, which, jeez, how do we beat this thing? We'll protect, see what else he has. If he only has... Okay, he's Giga Drain as well. You know what? I feel like it's safe to go out into Hydreigon unless he has Bug Buzz. Fiery Dance doesn't do a lot of damage. He gets the special attack boost. Well, Dark Pulse, as we are faster. So he seems to be modest. Are we modest as well? No, we're actually timid. We just are slower than base 100s. So we get the crit all late. He probably doesn't know we're Scarfed, or he's Scarf Victini. Alright, so that makes sense. Didn't really have a solid U-turn switch in outside of Mandibuzz. We could have kept that thing around, but we didn't do much damage to anything anyway. And finding the good information that the thing is Scarfed is great. Tyranitar's an easy switch in on this. Clicks Rock Slide on his entire team. We can also get Stealth Rocks up if you want to go Torkoal. But I don't want to mess around with this threat at all. If he's Mega Charizard X, which is always possible, Rock Slide misses. Of course it does. It still does more damage than anything. Oh my god! Open your eyes, Tyranitar! You miss every move. You missed a... Oh, and he smiles about it. Alright. That's how we play now. Alright, well, go Mandibuzz. Smile when you land a Toxic. Dragon Claw. Doesn't do it KO me, buddy. Land the Toxic. And we can Roost up here. As you Dragon Dance. So, give me that foul play. Smiley face! We'll go out into Sableye, expecting a close combat. Ha 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 ha. Smiley face. Somehow he's not Scarfed. Alright, well I kind of expected Scarf. So that's bad. He's not Banded either. He has an easy switch into... Why are you saying GG? Like I don't have a Greninja right here. Buddy. Although Victini is Scarfed, we can still try to beat it with Muck. With like 2 Shadow Snakes or something. Get a Poison Touch on it as well. He's turning the timer on. I have to go for the Hydro Pump with this thing. If he goes out into Volcanion, I'm not worried about it at all. See, we're just going to Muck. Your Steam Eruption doesn't bother me, as we shall get the knockoff. I believe that might be Specs, just because we're Assault Vest. It could be Scarf as well. He's trying to go for Burns on me. We'll knock off his Assault Vest. And we'll go for the Poison Jab, as he's still trying to burn me. Go for the... That still does nothing. Muck, you're really lacking damage. Gosh. Okay, so he switches out into Torkoal. Which really sucks. We get a poison on this thing. We already lost Mega Sableye because he wasn't Scarfed Infernape like I was kind of expecting. We can knock off here. Loses his leftovers. He sets up his rocks, which means that we'll Poison Jab again. I just Lava Plume. We are still able to take those. Why are you smiling, buddy? I knock you out with the next Poison Jab, or thought I did, because damage rolls. We still haven't got burnt yet, which is extremely surprising. We'll be able to Shadow Sneak anything that comes in, and hopefully get a poison off on it. If that's Infernape, we can, or you have Mach Punch. Fair game. I don't know why you went into this thing though. I also don't understand why you're being ignorant as ever with your smiley faces on missing a... Jeez, that does so much damage. Okay. Good game, I guess. We'll find one more. Definitely got destroyed by... What is this team? I kind of like the Komala on the team, but Sableye or Smeargle is completely walled by Sableye's Magic Mouse ability. Tyranitar, if ends up being blind this game, he might as well just retire on my team. I kind of just want to straight knock off this thing, because it might be specs damage. Oh wow, you're so tough, buddy. I also don't know what happened to me blocking PMs, because they were definitely blocked. But okay, I don't understand why they weren't blocked before, but okay. He loses his assault vest, which is great. You guys didn't see nothing. Alright, and we actually catch him on that. Completely forgot about this guy's whole ability. We need to keep Sableye alive for the Smeargle because we can recover up in front of that. Foul play actually knocks it out. Definitely annoys the crap out of me. We'll go straight into... he makes the play out into Bravery. We can protect just to see what he wants to go for. If it's substitute, crap. At least we get a recovery, I guess. We can knock you off. Sub definitely annoys me. Brave Bird doesn't knock out from here, so he's probably not running a lot of... Why can't you break a sub? Why can none of my team break a sub? Alright. So we got into this thing and we'll click foul play. He should have close combat or like return or something. Whatever it is, it needs to die to a Hydreigon in the back. Foul play should definitely annoy him because he has the +1 attack. Brave Bird should not even 2 KO me at +1, as well as being able to roost off. If you want to sub up again, it doesn't bother me. It goes down to Heliolisk, which we can easily switch into one of our Super Spidefmons. We go into Muck and take that fairly well. We can also knock off anything that wants to come in. We unfortunately, since we lost Sableye, we don't have anything for the webs maybe in the back, but we do have Levitating Scarfmon, which doesn't bother by scarfs. Like, since we're levitating, we don't mind webs at all. As he sets up Stealth Rocks, which we actually get the poison, so we can't Shadow Sneak it, but we can Pursuit it if he wants to try to keep it alive. As he goes for Endeavor, which is actually annoying. We'll be able to... we can't Shadow Sneak his team at all, so we'll honestly just keep it for fodder in the back. If Bravery comes out, we'll go out into Mandibuzz. This is honestly just a situational sack for Scarfed Heliolisk or Specs Heliolisk. I don't know it's set yet, to be honest. We still have to watch out for Z conversion in the back. As Bravery comes out, we'll go into Mandibuzz, as that's always our switch in. We'll be able to take Brave Birds for days. If he wants to just go straight for Brave Bird, we can easily roost off all the damage. If he goes for Brave Bird again, he dies. So whatever you want to do, we can deal with it. If you go Heliolisk, we can sack the... Alright, so he's actually Roost as his last move. So he's Mono Brave Bird, which does like nothing to me. We're going to fire off a Toxic and catch the Heliolisk on switch in, which is great. We'll sack the Muck here. And go out into something. I don't really know what yet, though. As we can go out into Tyranitar, I guess, and set up Stealth Rocks, which might annoy his team. We could also go out into Hydreigon and click U-turn. This thing easily wins in the back, so I don't want to have Hydreigon get any sort of chip damage. But we'll go out into this and click Rock Slide just to get any sort of chip. As he goes for a Thunderbolt, which doesn't do a lot of damage, unfortunately gets the Para. We actually land a Rock Slide, and we get rid of the Heliolisk, which does invite in the Megalopony, but I expect him to fake out turn 1, to be honest, and I don't think I can live a fake out, high jump kick, and all that in one turn. Just because because rocks are up. I'm gonna hope that he goes for fake out here, so he doesn't and just goes straight for the high jump kick, which definitely sucks, but I couldn't risk the fake out because we can still live a high jump kick from this percent. Yeah, which we should. We take that with ease, so he's probably Jolly. But if we took a fake out plus high jump kick, we weren't able to live it. We have to roost again just because we couldn't let anything come in. Porygon Z, we can easily toxic you if you want to fire off a Thunderbolt or something, or Z convert. It's completely okay. We do outspeed you with Scarf, Hydreigon in the back, as well as you're a Ghost type, so my Dark Pulse is super effective. We can go out into Greninja, take any sort of hit. It's probably more of a sack than anything. We take the Dark Pulse fairly well, or the Shadow Ball fairly well, and we can fire off an Ice Beam, but it's more of just a sack. Go out into this thing. We do outspeed it 9 times out of 10, well, 10 times out of 10 because we are Scarf. We do win with this in the back, with Toxic wearing everything away. I don't think this was the play because I'm Scarfed. You should have went this thing and clicked high jump kick. But if we get a flinch here or a crit, it works out in our favor. He could roost off all of my Dark Pulses, but he still has to get to +3 to even 2 KO me, so I'm not too worried. He's also playing around with flinches as well as a crit, so I'm not too sure what he's trying to do here. Also, Brave Bird recoil is also a factor. See, he takes all that Brave Bird recoil, and now a Dark Pulse into another Brave Bird, or a crit knocks him out. That was never the play, because now your Lopunny can miss and also take Rock Helmet. You also went for the fake out, I guess not to miss the other move, but high jump kicks we can easily recover off. We have to roost every turn, and he misses one, and we can knock him out without play. So GG, but I feel like he should have went Lopunny first, and never went out to Bravery, because he sacked his Bravery before Mega Lopunny could do anything. As we almost hit 1400 on the ladder, so we're actually slowly climbing up. Maybe we'll hit 500 before the end of this. Apparently I suck because Tyranitar is blind. Anyways, if you guys did enjoy the video, make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that other kind of stuff. Let me know what you guys think of this series so far. I know we're about halfway through, but if you guys are enjoying, make sure you let me know. I just really would like some feedback if you guys want to see anything else. I am trying to come up with a series, like maybe a randomized Nuzlocke or something, but I don't have all the best resources right now to try to record all of it. I did get Sony Vegas and stuff to try to edit it, but I'm still not entirely there. But if you guys are interested in seeing something like that, let me know. Anyways, I am the Muddy Glass Scorer, and I will catch you guys later.